Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig.
The show Peppa Pig has a cult-like following. There are thousands of fans worldwide that love this sassy little pig. Maybe loving her a little too much. Now, this show has been subjected to numerous controversies and conspiracies over the years. Buckle up for this one, I'm about to expose Peppa Pig. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary Peppa Pig truths. Starting off this countdown, we have the lawsuit. Back in 2014, an Italian woman named Gabriella Capra actually sued Peppa Pig demanding 100,000 euros. Why? Well, take a look at her last name, Gabriella Capra. Her last name translates to goat. In one episode, Peppa's family visits Italy and meets a character named Gabriella Goat. As a result, this Italian businesswoman has been constantly teased and made fun of for her name. Now, I don't know the outcome of this lawsuit, but she was pretty adamant on receiving some sort of compensation for the suffering she endured. Making our way down the list at number 9, we have the Peppa effect. So I mentioned this in my other video, but oh my, kids are going oinkers for Peppa. And I mean quite literally. Parents have reported that their kids are copying Peppa's mannerisms. They called this the Peppa effect. Basically, kids were talking with slight British accents and were even making snorting noises. But not only that, they were also copying her disrespectful behavior as well. Parents reported saying that their kids were being more defiant and having bad attitudes after watching the show. A research study also proved that this show was making kids lose their capability of developing empathy. So yeah, kids were literally turning into Peppa. In our 8th spot, we have the unrealistic expectations. What not a lot of fans know is that the team behind Peppa Pig was actually in a dispute with the UK National Health Service. They claimed that the show's medic, Dr. Brown Bear, was sending mixed messages to families. They argued that it set unrealistic expectations for doctors. In the show, Dr. Brown Bear makes house visits for minor sicknesses and prescribes medicine for every little thing. In fact, in one episode, he makes an urgent home visit when George has a facial rash. Then the doctor gives him medicine to help. They say that in reality, a rash would most likely clear up on its own. So now they're concerned that it's sending the wrong message to parents, who will then be disappointed if they don't receive the same treatment. Moving on at number 7, we have the stereotypes. Mothers are particularly concerned that Peppa Pig is negatively stereotyping females. In the show, Peppa is super girly. She wears a red dress and loves dolls, which isn't a problem. What's problematic is the fact that she refuses to do boy stuff, as she claims. They believe that the show is enforcing gender roles. They have an emphasis on what boys can do versus what girls can do. They are scared that the show is reinforcing the stereotypes that we're working hard to get rid of, and that the show is disempowering women. Making our way down the list at number 6, we have the cocaine problem. Peppa Pig World is a huge amusement park attraction filled with fun games, rides, and even cocaine. Yeah, you heard me correctly. At Peppa Pig World, large amounts of cocaine were found. This park attracts about 1 million visitors per year, thousands of the visitors being little kids. It's said that people were doing this drug in the baby changing areas as well as the bathrooms. In fact, traces of the drug were found in 4 out of the 7 bathrooms, meaning it was being used all over the park. An investigation was conducted after a Peppa Pig lunchbox was packed with this substance. Police went through the park using a wipe that will turn blue if it comes in contact with this drug. The bathrooms tested positive, which is sad. The attraction is filled with little kids who could potentially come in contact with this substance. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the bad role model. Parents everywhere are appalled at Peppa's bad behavior and ban their kids from watching the show. They believe that Peppa is a terrible role model for their children. Well, let's look at some of the reasons why this might be. For starters, Peppa is rude to her friends and is very disrespectful towards her parents. She often insults her dad, making fun of him for his old age and for being overweight. She also bullies around her little brother. And of course, she's famous for her sassy, snarky comments. Not only that, but the show promotes other unhealthy habits, like how George hates vegetables but loves chocolate cake, and he will often throw a fit when he doesn't get his way. In our fourth spot, we have the explicit toy. Back in 2015, a Peppa Pig educational toy was teaching children to swear. The toy was the Peppa Pig Fun and Learn tablet. It's used by children to help improve their speech. But in one case, it taught a 3-year-old boy named Amari Black to swear. After playing with the toy, he was saying words like thank you, please, and F you. The toy was said to have malfunctioned and was repeatedly saying that profanity over and over again. Amari's mother claims that he is saying it constantly, even after telling him that it's wrong and that he should stop. Moving on to number 3, we have the safety drama. Peppa the Pig was once a rebel with no care for her safety or the law. In early episodes, Peppa and her family were never seen wearing seatbelts in their car. It was setting a bad example for kids. One mother wrote to Nickelodeon to say that her daughter had refused to wear a seatbelt because she wanted to be like Peppa. As a result, those episodes have been reanimated, so they are now seen wearing their seatbelts. However, when Peppa is biking, she isn't seen wearing a helmet, which is another concern for parents. In our second spot, we have the fake episodes. Due to Peppa's popularity, a bunch of individuals have managed to give the show a more dark and disturbing twist. Multiple YouTube videos have been made to look like a typical Peppa Pig episode, but in reality, they are filled with horror. In one episode, Peppa Pig goes to the dentist and has her teeth ripped out. Then she ends up with an axe wedged in her head. There's another episode where Peppa just goes psycho and kills her whole family. What's scary is how parents were playing these videos for their kids thinking it was just a typical episode. Other people were slicing images of Momo into other Peppa episodes. The video would start as a typical Peppa the Pig episode, but halfway through, Momo would appear and would tell the child watching to do tasks like take pills, chug bleach, turn on the gas, or cut themselves open with a knife. In one case, a child did grab a knife and start cutting their hair. Thankfully, their parents stopped them before they did anything else. And in our number 1 spot, we have the banned episode. Now, there are multiple episodes of Peppa Pig that have been banned for various reasons. One of the more controversial ones was an episode called Mr. Skinny Legs. The episode was banned in Australia back in 2012. So in this episode, Daddy Pig is teaching Peppa not to be afraid of spiders, claiming that they're harmless. The spider, Mr. Skinny Legs, ends up being Peppa's friend. She tucks him into bed and offers him a tea. But a mother complained about this episode, saying it's giving kids in Australia the wrong message. So I'm sure we all know that Australia is filled with scary insects. In fact, they are known to have quite a bit of scary spiders, including the Australian tarantula that has been seen eating birds and are poisonous enough to kill dogs. The Australian redback spider, whose bites can cause serious illnesses and has even caused deaths. And the Sydney funnelweb spider. Their fangs are larger than Australian brown snakes. In fact, their fangs are strong enough that they can pierce through toenails and fingernails. Their venom is so powerful that it can attack the human nervous system and can mess with our vital organs. So parents were concerned that this episode would cause children to let their guard down around these spiders, which in turn could harm them. And that's all for today's video. Let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments for my video, Top 10 Kids Cartoons That Are Actually Terrifying, Part 3. Natasha Curtis commented, still want them to make a live action version of Gravity Falls, because that would be truly terrifying. That's a really good idea. I'd be down to watch that show. Wow, that'd be good. Hector Jimenez commented, me still trying to get a shout out. Well, today's your lucky day, Hector. Today is your lucky day. There you go. Twilight Sparkle Show commented, when I saw the episode where Arnold took off his space helmet, 7-year-old me was terrified. I know, same here. Like, I don't understand the purpose of that. It's just creepy. There was no need for it, okay? It was so random. And that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you.
And what would young Mr. George like?
Dinosaur.
A dinosaur?
Silly George. He always says dinosaur for everything.